Day 12, happiness course or happiness project. All about success for you. Success for me, success for you is what's stopping me from being happy? What's stopping you from being happy? What would success look like for me? What would it look like for you? I'm in a fairly comfortable state at the moment. It doesn't mean that happiness abounds with me, but it does mean that there are moments of happiness in my life. There are many moments of happiness in my life. For you, I don't know. You're watching this. Are you watching this because you're looking for happiness, or you're doing research, or just whatever it is? So what I want to talk to you today about is happiness. This is step 12, success. What can help you bring happiness into your life? And it's the same thing that can help me bring happiness into my life. So there is a saying in the Bible, as you believest deepeth in your heart, so shall it be afforded to you. As I believe in my heart, it comes to me. I've seen it happen through my life. I'm 69 years old. There's a lot of life in 69 years. And I've learned a few things along the way, mainly from books, courses I've done, people I've met, relationships I've been in, all different ways that I have learned what I can do to become more happy. Have I always followed it through? No, not in the least. Because I've also been stubborn. I've also been, that's too hard. I don't want to do that. Or I say that I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. And then I question myself, why didn't I do that? And that's a negative on me. That's a pressure on me. That's a blame on me or a guilt on me because I didn't follow it through. And that's very easy then to just decide that I'm not going to do that anymore. And then I do it again. And then I get to criticize myself again. So in some circles, that's called negative intentionality. That means that underneath everything else, there is a negativity in me which I haven't yet explored and haven't yet released and let go of. Don't know if it's the same for you or not. What I do know is that if I do not follow the steps that will help me achieve happiness, then happiness can be very elusive for me. And I know through 30 years of helping others achieve happiness in their life, getting rid of the dark clouds, getting rid of their anxiety, getting rid of their aches and pains, that they've been able to achieve more and more happiness in their life because they've been able to see that they can make a change in their life themselves. Yeah, I might be a catalyst in their life. I might be the guide that leads them to the place where they can make that change, and I might help them make that change. But ultimately, they showed up. Every client I've had showed up. They did what they had to do at the time, at the moment, and whether it was 1 consult or 10 consults or 20, it doesn't matter, because in those times, I was able to help them with information they didn't have, and I was able to help them to go to places they'd never gone before. Because that's the beauty of what I've been able to teach them. First and foremost, I like to teach. I like to help explain things that some people don't know. Because I look at it the fact that if someone's not happy, there's things they don't know. My belief is that we're here to learn and grow. This planet is a learning, growing place. There is a reason why we're here. There's a purpose to it. And the purpose to me is to find love and find happiness. Now, where do we find those two things the most? And it's not out there. It's not out there. It's in here. If I haven't got love in myself, for myself, how can I bring it out to anybody else? If I don't have happiness within myself, how can I show that happiness? Yeah, sure, I can wear a mask. I can wear the mask of happiness. I can go along, da 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 da, tell a joke, ba da da da, cover everything up, wear the mask. But what does that ultimately get me? What does it get me inside of me? How many comedians have you heard of committing suicide or being suicidal or using drugs? How many comedians have you seen on this show or that show, or they're on in films, they're doing great work, and underneath they talk about their depression, they talk about their anxiety, they talk about the way that they use comedy to cover it all up. How else do people cover it up? They cover it up with anger. They cover it up with hurt. They cover it up as a victim. They cover it up as a rescuer. They cover it up as a persecutor. They cover it up by staying stuck. If you want something different, here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we can offer something different. We're offering courses in how to achieve happiness. We're offering courses in how to release and let go of depression and anxiety. We're offering ways in which you can achieve what it is you want to achieve. But more of that later. For now, let's look at a simple thing you can do that's going to help you get closer to happiness. And how do I know that? How do I know that what I'm about to suggest can help you get closer to happiness? Well, I've done it myself. I've helped others do it. I've supported others while they were doing it. Does it work? Yes, it does. It's called replacing a negative thought. Now, you might think, I don't have negative thoughts. Is that true? If you're not happy, are you sure you don't have negative thoughts? I would have said I didn't have negative thoughts. Then one of my mates challenged me and said, hey, every time I say something, you immediately go to the negative. And I thought, he's right. First of all, of course, I try to cover it up and make a justification for it because I'm good at justifications and not accepting responsibility. I learned that very early in my life. And I had to rethink what I was doing and the way I was approaching things. Because I could say, yeah, I'm just watching this so that I can understand it, understand human nature, do this, do that. But then some of it rubs off. And my first thought is, that's bad, that's wrong, that's this, that's that. But then my next thought, after he said that was, well, how is that impacting me? All that negativity out there in the world, how is that impacting me? And what can I do to change the world? Well, I can begin by changing me. As Gandhi said, become the change you want to see. What change do you want to see in your life? I'm looking for the positives in my life. I'm looking for how I can change a negative thought into what I would call a positive one. So my father used to say to me, hey, sometimes I think you're too smart for your own good. Not in a negative way, because he didn't think that was a negative. I took it as a negative rather than a learning experience. If I'd taken it as a learning experience, I would have looked at it and I would have said, you know what, he's right. I'm trying to figure things out up here. I'm not going here. I'm not feeling what I'm feeling. I'm up here in my head, constantly thinking. And what I decided to do through the power of men's group and working with other men, I thought, I'm going to present this at men's group. We presented it and I came up with that thought, and then I said, okay, how can I change that thought? How can I change that thought to a thought which is more positive to me? So I changed it. I said, my thoughts lead to constant action. And I wrote it down on a card, and I've kept that card with me. So changing that has led to this. Because if I hadn't changed my thoughts and my thinking, I may not be doing this right now. I may be, but I may not be. I certainly wouldn't be presenting this particular talk on day 12. Because everything has a purpose, everything has a reason, everything has a flow-on effect. So, just a question. What negativity are you holding on to? How much of your thoughts are about ex-partners? How much of your thoughts are about what your children are doing wrong? How much of your thoughts are about what isn't working in your life? How much of your thoughts are about you would like a bigger house, you would like a better car, you would like this, you would like more money in the bank, all these sort of thoughts, rather than what can I do to get more money in the bank? What can I do to help my children? What can I do to help me with my relationship? And then focusing on results rather than the negativity of the situation you're currently in. And often I've got off to a great start and said, yes, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then as I've gone along the way, things have fizzled. I haven't kept it up in the uppermost thoughts. I haven't focused on it. I haven't looked at it on a daily basis. All those things I haven't done have impacted me. All those thoughts I haven't followed through with in my growth path have impacted me in ways that bring me to where I am now. Now, I'm making a commitment to myself to look at more of my negative thoughts, more of those things which keep me stuck, and to start to work on what I can do, not what I haven't done. What I want for myself, not what I don't want for myself. Because if I'm here to learn and grow, then if I'm not learning from my past experiences, I'm not growing, I'm stagnating. And I'm 69 years old. I have a limited time left on this earth, this lifetime. If I've got 10 more years, I want them to be productive years. If I've got 20 more years, I want them to be productive years. Because of what I do, because of what I eat, and because of what I do, I don't have aches and pains in my body. I am inflexible because I don't bend. I don't stretch. I don't do certain things. So therefore, the results of that are more inflexibility in my body. So if I want to stretch more, if I want to bend more, if I want to be more flexible, I would have to do something about it. That's what gyms are about. That's what running on the beach is about. That's what bending and stretching and doing things are. I know I can shape my physical body. What about my mental body? What about my emotional center? What about my spiritual self? I know I can shape them as well. And here's the good part. So can you. And if that's what you want, here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we've got programs for you. We've got ways in which you can change your life. And if you don't want to do anything too rash yet, just start to look at a negative thought you have. Something you repeat to yourself over and over again about them out there, or you, or anything else, and start to change it for yourself. Start to look at what you can do to change those negative thoughts that you've been harboring for most of your life that have put you in the place where you're not happy. If you're not happy about your relationship, look at your thoughts in your relationship and look at how you can change them. Too often I hear from men, my wife got critical, or my partner got really critical. It became unbearable. I couldn't stand the pressure. I couldn't handle it. And eventually the relationship breaks up. And the truth is, whatever someone concentrates on is what they create. So if you want to create a great relationship, are you able to focus on what is good about the relationship? And are you able to communicate what is good about the relationship to your partner? And if you've separated or divorced, are you ready to let go of your anger? Are you ready to let go of your hurt, your pain, your belief in how it should have been, could have been, would have been, if only he'd done this or that? Or are you going to hang on to all the bitterness, all the hurt, all the pain? Because if you do, that's intruding on your happiness. That's causing you to blame and point the finger at someone else. And we know what that does. It's got three fingers pointing back at me whenever I point at someone else. So I'm working my way through negativity. I'm working my way through all the negative things that I come up with. And I'm happy to help you do the same. Because this is what skill building is all about. It's building skills, not expecting me to have all the answers straight away. It takes time to build skills. And I've spent the last 36 years building skills. Skills in diet, food, what food to eat for the body that I have and others have. Supplements, what supplements to take, what herbs to take, what nutrients to take, how to measure the biochemistry, how to know what is wrong with the physical body, how to help the emotional state, how to help the spiritual state. All things, all skills that are available to you. And if you'd like some help to find happiness in your life, here at Aussie Blokes Talk, we're here to help you. So this is David Lomman, holistic practitioner, naturopath, hypnotherapist, signing out. Have a great day and on to day 13 tomorrow. Bye for now.